Hi, and welcome to Give Cheese a Chance, where I encourage you to make cheese at home. I'm Marianne. Today, I'm going to show you how to make calcium chloride solution for your home cheese making projects. So let's ask ourselves, why are we adding calcium into our milk when we do our cheese making projects? The main reason is that most of us don't have access to raw milk, and we have to go to our grocery store and buy a pasteurized or homogenized or even a frozen milk to do our cheese making projects. And whenever milk is treated like pasteurized or homogenized, or if it's frozen, it changes the chemical nature of the fats and the proteins in the milk. And so when you add your rennet to these altered milks, they don't set or coagulate very well. And the way that we make them set or coagulate better is we add calcium into the milk. So if you have access to raw milk, lucky you, you don't need to put any calcium chloride into your milk during your cheese making projects. But again, for people like me, where I can't get raw milk, I have to use homogenized or pasteurized milk, and I have to add calcium into the milk before I add my rennet. So today I'm going to show you how to make a calcium chloride solution which costs pennies. Now, this is the kind of calcium chloride solution that I've been using for many years until I started making my own. I bought this small jar of calcium chloride solution from my local cheese supply store online. And it cost about $10 for this little jar because there was shipping and handling and all those extra charges. So we're going to use just 2 ingredients to make a calcium chloride solution at home right now using calcium chloride beads and water. This is the brand of calcium chloride beads that I use. I have not used any other brand, so I can tell you that this is a pretty reliable product, and you can see it is food grade beads by Steveston Chemical Solutions, and this whole thing cost me about $10, which I purchased online, and it's 500 grams or 1.1 pounds, so it's a lot. And this is used in brewing projects as well as cheese making projects. And the other ingredient that I'm going to use is water. Now, it's important that you use water that is non-chlorinated when you make your calcium chloride solution. You don't want to use water right out of the tap because it has chlorine in it, and chlorine will affect the microbial action in your cheese. You want a good microflora to develop on your cheeses, and the chlorine will inhibit that, so you don't want that. And it'll also affect how the rennet works in your cheese. So make sure you use non-chlorinated water. I have water that is non-chlorinated from my fridge. I have a special filter that removes the chlorine. You can also use bottled water, distilled water. The other thing you want is cold non-chlorinated water. We're going to be adding this chemical to the water, and it will create an exothermic reaction. You might remember from your high school chemistry class that an exothermic reaction creates heat, and it creates quite a bit of heat when we mix these two things together. And within seconds, you'll feel that your solution will get very warm. So we don't want to start with a hot water. We want to start with a cold water. So here are the tools that we need for our project. We're going to need a spoon. We're going to need a little bit of parchment paper. We're going to need a scale that measures grams in this case. We're going to need a graduated cylinder that will measure 100 milliliters. We're going to need a pitcher for our water. I'm using a skewer because it's long and thin. It'll be my stirring spoon. We're going to use a funnel and also a storage jar for when our solution is finished. So now that we have all these tools and we have our ingredients, our cold non-chlorinated water and our calcium chloride beads, let's work on the formula to figure out how much we need to make a 33% calcium chloride solution. In order to make a 33% weight by volume solution, we need 33 grams of our calcium chloride beads and 100 mils of water. That's how we create a 33% solution. number of grams per 100 milliliters of water. Now in this case, my calcium chloride is not 100% pure. It's only 94% pure, which means I have to do a little bit of math to figure out how much calcium chloride I need to get the equivalent of a 33% solution. So here's the mathematical formula that we can use. 33 divided by 0.94 will give us 35.1. Therefore, we measure out 35.1 grams. I'm going to just round it out to 35. We're going to put it into a tall cylinder and add water to bring it up to 100 milliliters total. So we're going to get a little piece of parchment paper and put it on our scale and make sure it is zeroed. And I'm going to measure out 35 grams of these calcium chloride crystals. There we go, 35.0. As soon as you add your calcium chloride beads or crystals into the graduated cylinder, we're going to add our water and start mixing immediately, because if you don't, the calcium chloride crystals can form a rock at the bottom of your graduated cylinder. We're going to get our beads and very carefully put them into our graduated cylinder. Excellent. And now we're going to add the water. So let's just make sure we don't go above 100 milliliters. Perfect. And we start stirring. I can already feel this graduated cylinder is becoming warm. This solution is creating heat. And we want to keep stirring until all of those calcium chloride beads are fully dissolved. And that can take a few minutes. I also should tell you that you should always think of safety when you're making a calcium chloride solution. Please don't have your children in the kitchen or your pets or anybody that's going to get their hands on these products. It can be an eye irritant and it can be a skin irritant, so you definitely don't want to take the risk with your pets or your children. Now, it is dissolved enough that I can transfer it to my storage bottle. I'm going to use a funnel. I'm going to put the lid on the bottle. And I've got a label for my calcium chloride solution, so I know what it is at all times. So there we go. I've made a 33% calcium chloride solution for pennies, much cheaper than if I would have kept purchasing calcium chloride from a cheese supply store for my cheese making projects. And I still have all of this calcium chloride left for years to come. It's not going to expire or go bad, so you can see how there's quite a cost savings when you make your calcium chloride solutions at home. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Give Cheese a Chance, where I've shown you how to make a calcium chloride solution for your cheese making projects. If you did, please click the like button below and make sure you click subscribe so you can see my videos in the future. For Give Cheese a Chance, I'm Marianne. Happy cheese making!